Well, thanks so much, Mr. Chairman. I appreciate you holding this hearing. It's good to have Senator Bennett here joining us as well, as he and I have co-sponsored legislation that's on the agenda today. I'm very grateful for you to hold today's hearings. Our forests are really in a state of crisis, and what we're seeing now should be a call for action. Now, those actually aren't my words. Those are the words, a recent quote by Randy Moore, who is the new Chief of the Forest Service, and I agree with him completely. Extreme drought coupled with decades of fire suppression without proper active management has left many of America's forests vulnerable to disaster. Recent catastrophic wildfires have devastated American lives and livelihoods and destroyed our forest and range landscapes. In June, Chairman Manchin and I wrote a letter to the White House saying, quote, proactive management is far better for our forests, our economies, and the safety of our communities than simply being reactive. That's why I'm pleased to see a number of the bills on today's schedule that will move us in the right direction of proactive forest and rangeland management. This includes America's Revegetation and Carbon Sequestration Act, which I have introduced along with Chairman Manchin. This important bipartisan bill increases active forest management on a number of fronts. It's going to spur more tree thinning in overcrowded forests that are at high risk of wildfires. These projects give rise to healthier forests that are more resistant to wildfires and disease. Our legislation eradicates harmful invasive grasses that make landscapes more fire-prone. In Wyoming and across the West, invasive grasses like cheatgrass and Medusa head crowd out forage for wildlife and for livestock. This harms our ecosystem and deals a blow to local economies. The bill also directs federal agencies to work with local officials and experts. The goal is to restore vegetation on forested and range landscapes that have been destroyed by wildfires. The bill also includes a number of measures to store carbon through expanded use of wood products. This includes helping to expedite appropriate salvage logging projects in the event that disaster does strike a national forest. America's Revegetation and Carbon Sequestration Act enables the use of proactive management tools that make a real change in our public lands and the natural ability to store carbon. Our bill enjoys broad support from a wide range of organizations, including sportsmen's groups, timber companies, conservation organizations, and state and private forestry associations. Today's hearing also includes the Ski Hill Resources for Economic Development, or SHRED Act, and this is a bill which I've introduced along with Senator Bennett, who is here to present an outline of the bill in a few moments. These retained fees will be used on projects to improve recreation management, protect our forests, and support local economies. This bill also has broad support and is co-sponsored by a number of other senators on the committee. I also want to highlight the important forestry bills introduced by Senator Daines and Senator Risch. These bills would address the red tape and litigation traps that stymie projects designed to mitigate wildfires and improve forest health. I support these pieces of legislation and look forward to hearing testimony on all of the bills before the committee today. I'm also hopeful that we can work in a bipartisan fashion to address the many issues facing America's forests.